Republican presidential frontrunner Donald Trump making the headlines as he called for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States. He did that this afternoon. This is the most dramatic response yet to recent terror attacks that have Americans increasingly on edge. A number of Republican hopefuls, including Trump, have already called for President Obama to stop accepting Syrian refugees into the U.S. after terror attacks in Paris. But Trump, the first to suggest ending Muslim immigration as a whole. And tonight, Donald Trump, right here in Charleston, where he told thousands of supporters on the USS Yorktown about his new suggestion to ban all Muslims. News 2's Matt Albert was at the rally tonight and joins us live in the studio. Matt, talk about the reaction from the crowd after this anti-Muslim message.
Well, Brendan, the crowd went nuts. They cheered, lots of applause and shouting in favor of Trump's Muslim ban. But not everyone there was on board with this message.
Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States until our country's representatives can figure out what the hell is going on.
Some said his speech was shocking.
He's a very interesting character, very unique.
Some others called it shameful.
I understand people looking into it, but you can't definitively say that you can ban a whole religion or ban an entire group of people.
And then many in attendance supported the Republican presidential frontrunner Donald Trump.
I think it's a good idea to keep them out and not let them just come in at free will.
Some of Trump's rivals, Democrats, conservatives, and religious leaders are roundly condemning his proposal to ban all Muslims, including tourists, from entering the U.S. Trump cites what he says is hatred toward Americans and security risks. Monday, he told people of the Low Country we must be looking inside mosques in America.
Because something is happening in there, man, there's anger. There's anger. And we have to know about it.
But not everyone aboard the Yorktown agreed with him.
We have to be strong. We have to be vigilant. And if we're not vigilant...
Throughout the rally, Trump was interrupted several times by young protesters who were eventually kicked out by Mount Pleasant police. But for the majority of the Trump supporters crammed inside the Yorktown Monday night, Trump's electrifying stage presence trumped any protesters as soon as they began shouting.
You know, we got to do something. At some point, you have to draw a line, and we don't know, who the good and the bad are, so maybe you should just ban them all.
Trump's statement on banning Muslims comes just days after two radical Muslims shot and killed 14 people in California. The White House says that his statement is contrary to U.S. values. Live in the studio, I'm Matt Alba for News 2.